good day. Quickly find my stand, so this is what we're gonna have to work with. Okay, hopefully that works. Yeah, that should work, except you guys can't see my plants, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Here, I'll stack them so we can see them better. I got lettuce on 12/12. I want to start more lettuce today. Happy Friday, everyone. I want to be able to start more lettuce today. We're gonna have a warm Christmas, and I am excited to have lettuce. Looks good. Lettuce is definitely coming up. I have some that don't look like they're sprouted yet. What should I do? I'll just leave them in there. So here are my lettuces. Let's see if how the red cabbages are doing. Same as yesterday, but yeah, they're actually coming up, you guys. Here are my purple cabbages, sorry. Keep using the wrong term. I'm gonna grab more plants actually. I'll be right back. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. All right. I am winter sowing my spring vegetables. So we got things like, these are baby Swiss chards. Baby Swiss chards in here. Let's see if I put these here so you guys can see them. Almost tipped it over. Hello, good day. And the baby cauliflower. I gotta dump these. Ooh, is this gonna come out? Yeah. Just watering the babies. I am doing outdoor winter sowing. Hello, everybody. I'm doing outdoor winter sowing of my spring seedlings now. I mean, I attempted to winter garden my freezing zone, but we are coming up so fast on spring that I just renamed it to spring. Carrots. I've actually not harvested anything from my garden yet because what I'm learning about winter is that everything grows a lot more slowly. So I haven't harvested much at all. But come spring, you know it's gonna be happening. Hi, Toniwa. Hello. I'm in North Texas, Zone 8A. And I am winter sowing my spring garden. I mean, I've been winter sowing all along, even through November and December. I didn't take a break. It's good though. Look at all these seeds I got. I got lettuces, baby lettuces growing. Have you ever seen lettuce seeds grow so neatly before? Well, I got it here. I do soil blocking. And I actually want to start more lettuces with you guys here today. Hello, Tonia. Tell me about you. What are you in the U.S.? I like to try and grow my own food. So here are Swiss chard. I got baby Swiss chard in here, and I call myself a scrappy gardener. I like to grow things. Using being most resourceful as possible and as cost efficient as possible as well. So seed starting is my thing, as well as starting from store-bought kitchen scraps. Yeah, well, welcome. One of the things I also like being smart about gardening as well. So one of the things that you can be growing despite cold seasons are things like cauliflower. Cauliflower is hardy down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. This one's a baby one. With the babies, you do have to protect them a little bit, but they will grow, and when they're bigger, be able to withstand 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's well below freezing. So that's what this is, baby cauliflower. This is another baby cauliflower I have. Supposedly in my zone, My first question for you guys, if you guys are interested in growing your food, let me know your last frost date. Or rather, you need to know your last frost date so you can calculate back when you should be starting things like cauliflower. Cauliflower, on the seed packet, it says what, like, I think it says 8 to 10 weeks. So what does that mean? If you don't have grow lights, that will be about 11 weeks to 15 weeks ahead. 15 weeks, if we assume 4 weeks per month, is what? That is nearly 4 times 4 is 16, almost 4 months ahead. Good morning, Jackie. So yeah, cauliflower. Yeah, good thing you got your broccoli when you did, Jacqueline, because I think you were on time with that. Your broccoli flowers are big, and it'll withstand light frost. You should get a good harvest, I think, Jackie. Especially since your last frost date comes up a lot quicker than mine does. Hello, welcome. This is baby broccoli here. Sorry, baby cauliflower here. I used to say I'm attempting to winter garden my freezing zone, but now my last frost day is coming up, and I actually have cool season crops that could be started for spring at this point. So we have now transitioned to spring seeding through winter sowing, meaning I winter sow outside. Things like broccoli, cauliflower, these are all considered cool season crops, and they're vegetables that you can be growing and will withstand down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you didn't know that, yes, vegetables can withstand freezing conditions, certain ones. We talked about cauliflower, anything in the brassicas family. So that's cauliflower, kale, cabbage. Anyone curious to see baby cabbage? Yeah, Jacqueline, I'm so excited for your harvest. The broccolis are doing so well in your care. Here are the Swiss chars, still looking tiny, but good. What else I got? Oh, I keep forgetting to put those larger carrots in the ground. I keep forgetting to put these into the ground. We're gonna take a look at the red cabbages again. Okay, we're gonna do the red cabbages again. I showed them on Wednesday, and I'm showing them again. So now their little leaves are finally opening up. Oh, it's a little hard to see. I'm gonna let it cover my face. Purple cabbage. And also you guys can see it from, can you guys see it from this angle? You can see how like they're starting to come up. Okay, it's a little blurry. In about, by next week, I should be able to show them more visibly. Right now they're a little bit hard to see. I'll tilt it towards the light. Does that help? B-ball, or 8-ball, hello. We are doing great. Not a whole lot of things are growing in the winter garden right now. I mean, what I mean is things are growing, but growing at a very slow rate. And then because of that, we are now creeping up on spring garden timelines, especially since my last frost date is going to be end of March. So for some of these plants like cabbage, this is baby cabbage, it takes 100 days to mature. Always going to start sooner than later. And the other thing that we know is that when we grow in the winter, things grow a lot more slowly. So I feel like if I start my cabbage now, there's a really good chance I'll get a good harvest before it gets hot in Texas. So yeah, cabbage, or any other cool season crop. So brassicas, so that anything in the brassicas family, that's kale, cabbage, cauliflower, any of the crucifix vegetables. In addition to Swiss chard, beets. Beets are a little bit more sensitive to frost, so they're only frost tolerant down to 28 degrees, but the other ones that I just mentioned that are brassicas and crucifix vegetables, those can grow in down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, so well below freezing. 8-ball osprey. Yes. Yeah, right, 8-ball? So yeah, my cauliflower, this I was looking at the dates, and I think technically I was supposed to start it on January, but now, well, I have plenty of time. And if you guys remember, I winter sow outside, right? So the conditions are a little bit less ideal, not as nice if it were to be warmer indoors, or for me to have grow lights that can run beyond the normal daylight hours. Here in North Texas, we're still getting about 8 hours of sun. So better than what New York is getting by maybe an hour or an hour and a half. But yeah. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'd rather have more time than less time. Okay, what else we got, Shay? I showed you guys the red cabbage, right? And the lettuce. Have you ever seen lettuce grow so neatly? I know that most people's lettuce strategy is, well, I guess if you started them in your seed trays, they would look nice and neat. But these are the ones that I have started in the soil blocks, and they're all coming up really nicely. I want to start some more lettuce. In England, we see no sun. Oh, I know. That's right. You guys are very overcast. 8-Ball, what is England's last frost date? What is England's last frost date? What is England's last frost date? And then this is watercress. I still haven't figured out how I'm gonna... I just know that watercress doesn't like its roots disturbed, and that's fine because I have them in a soil block anyway, and so they'll transplant just fine. This is watercress. I just haven't figured out what kind of container I'm gonna put it in. I think I'll put it in a big one that doesn't dry out easily. Watercress, about what I know is that it likes a lot of moisture, so we'll do that. Ooh, this is soppy. This is wet. April-ish. Okay. Oh, 8-Ball, so kind of like similar to my weather, except you guys have even less sun. We here being in Texas, sun is usually not something that we have a shortage of. There are a few more overcast days, but not too significantly. Not too significantly so. England feels like it's the dry. Well, I mean, at least based on what 8-Ball is saying regarding the last frost date. It doesn't. Okay, I wanted to start more lettuce seeds here. What else can we talk about? I'm gonna fill this. I keep getting some of you guys have been asking about the soil. 8-Ball, do you use the soil blocker? The soil blocker is made by Ladbroke in England. Do you use the soil blocker? Late March, April. Yeah, 8-Ball, your last frost date is similar to mine actually. It must be at the same latitude, North Texas and New England. Maybe they might be similar climates. I'm using my micro soil blocker again. I think I finally figured out. I had people who keep asking me to make a video, so I did do a video about it finally. I hope it answers questions about like how I use it. They're the most efficient way to use it. You don't personally? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 8-Ball, what is your method? Do you usually use seed trays? I only started this because historically I've always done container gardening where I typically put the seeds in at the top like this, right? But then when I want to pot them and transfer them, that's when it becomes a bit of a headache. I have to detangle roots. And in some cases, some of the vegetables really don't like their roots being disturbed. So that's what. So I try doing this, and so far I like how everything comes out neatly. Yes, and I get to use. Oh, you mean you have more space, or that it gives you more space? But yeah, so I like to. This like maximizes my space because I can grow 40 seeds all at once. The seed. Oh, you use seed trays. Okay. Yes. Yeah. 8-Ball, you're like me. I do the whole container thing as well. That's what I did for the longest time. And I have very few seed trays, so when I do use them, they work fine. It's just that they're much larger, right? The seed trays, I've never seen seed trays this small. I feel like only a block like this would be able to do that. What else? What else can we talk about? What are you guys going to be growing? 8-Ball, do you know what you want to be growing this spring? Jackie, what do you say? I'm saving my berry container. Yay, Jackie! Exciting! Exciting, Jackie. You got okay. You gotta save it for summer too, though. Jackie, did I already tell you? I think I told you before too, but I also, in the summertime, when my fruits and vegetables are growing, I will use these to protect my melons too. So when the melons are small, I'll put them in here, and this is like the little space for where they can still attach to the vine. So these are actually quite multifunctional. I use it in the summer to protect my fruits and vegetables, and then the smaller clamshells, I'll use to, do I have it here? This will protect one fig. So I have a fig tree, and the rats like to eat it. So I will clamshell one fig, and conveniently, again, it still has a hole for where the fig can attach. So these are definitely multi-purpose, especially if you have rodents or pests trying to eat your fruits. That's summer. And then come winter, I keep them and use them for seed starting now. 8-ball, all potatoes, yummy, spring onions, garlic. Okay, excellent. Hi, Jonathan. Okay, yeah, I was okay. Yay. Well, welcome. I'm glad to hear. I was like, who's? I hope he's gonna be here, because I wanted to. Okay, so I showed you the video, right? And we can also talk about live here. But let me know if you have any questions. Robert, what kind of fig? I don't know what kind of fig. It was a fig tree that my former neighbor gave me. He air pruned it. You guys know what air pruning is? It's like when you have a live fruiting fig tree, or it could be any tree rather, and you put a ball of dirt around its growing branch, right? And then it'll start to form roots. So that's what's called air pruning, and that's what my neighbor did. My neighbor air pruned his mature tree that was fruiting, fig tree that was fruiting, and he cut it and he gave me that branch, and that's what I planted. And in its first year, it was growing or giving me figs. Yes, right, Jackie? That's really cool. Air pruning, I mean, it's essentially propagation, but a specific type where you're putting a ball of soil around a branch that's growing in the air, and it starts to form roots. 8-ball, the potatoes and chives are, oh, exciting. Okay, so garlic chives. I also know them as Chinese chives. Is that the same? Because there's also the really small, is your garlic chives flat leaf, or is it circular? We have garlic chives, also known as Chinese chives, that are flat leafed, and that's what I want to know. I want to know, you're referring to the flat leaf one or the round kind. But Jonathan, here I am. I was gonna demonstrate again. Because I think I finally figured it out. I've done a few videos, but I think I finally figured out kind of the best method. I think it does depend on your soil mix. Like, I'm not sure that this, like I said, I use my own native soil, and then I will, it's native soil and DIY compost mix. It is moist right now. I'll just demo it again. I think if you were to use store-bought compost as well as dirt, it would probably be finer than mine. So what I've seen other people do is they pre-soak it first. I don't know how that would work with my method, but since I'm using native dirt and DIY soil, what I find works best is for me to form the molds somewhat moist, and then after I get it into the container, I'll just take the whole thing and soak it. I'll soak it for like a couple of minutes just to get it moist, and then plant the seeds. Oh, okay, so 8-ball. That's onion chives then, right? They're like really, really fine. I think they're technically onion chives. But yeah, maybe you guys have other terms for it too. Thanks, 8-ball. Hi, Isha. It is 11:18 a.m. Thank you for asking. I'm in North Texas, Zone 8A, and it is 11:18 a.m. I am attempting to winter. Hi, Jess. Welcome. I'm attempting to, I used to say winter guard my freezing zone, but it is time for my zone to start essentially seed starting soon for spring anyway. So that's good. I've already got a bunch of seeds started. My biggest challenge will be keeping my plants alive through February though, because February is where it gets super cold in my zone, down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's going to be my biggest challenge. I'll have, growing plants that are going to be a lot bigger than they are now. And so the biggest challenge will be me keeping those plants alive. These are watercress, in case anyone's curious. Watercress has the most tiny seeds, kind of like the size of pansy, if anyone's ever attempted to grow a pansy before. See, Daddy, good to see you, Les. And then here we got here's cabbage. Or cauliflower. I originally started in a soil block too, but this one I want to grow into a seedling before I plant it in the ground. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, yes. See, starting every day. Yep, see, Daddy. I have never been this so prepared for a season before. I have never, ever, ever been this prepared. I think right now I'm worried that I'm gonna run out of space to plant these, but actually my dad also likes to garden, and he has not been starting seeds. So I think I will be able to give him a lot of my seeds and he can start them in his garden. Hi. Good morning. So I'm just filling this. Jonathan, you're saying that's what I'm going to do. Use my soil. Excellent, Jonathan. I love that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because it's going to be very different than the store soil. Okay, and then you probably want to mix some compost into it. Okay, let's see. Circle, nice. There's onion, child, hosting a big pot of them. Oh no, 8-ball. Okay, hope for the best. Do you take your seedlings inside to keep them? Jonathan, I don't. Not right now. It's not that cold yet. And actually, I am trying to use better use of my outdoor space. Like, we have so much of it, and in wintertime, it is not very well used, because everything's dead and it's cold outside. I think what I'm going to try to do is just be a little bit smart, right? Like, what do we do when we go outside as humans? We put on jackets, we put on scarves, put on hats. We can do the same thing with our seedlings, right? So I've been saving like the cardboard boxes, right? I do. Here, let me show you what my seeds. Let me show you, because I grow out my front yard, so it's like right over here. I'm on the front porch, and I can just show really quickly what my seed setup looks like. So okay, so here are all my seeds. This, I know this is kind of ugly, but I'm trying to repurpose it. This used to be a composting bin that my neighbor had. So there's the top. It's like a huge dome. And so when it gets really cold, I'll stack all my seedlings. Here are all of them. I'm just letting them soak. I'm letting them bottom water right now. So this one's, actually I need to move this one. This one's done. I've been rotating these. Yeah, and so I will water this during the day, like from the bottom water, and then at night I'll put all my seeds into here and then cover it. If it gets really cold, I'll probably add in some blankets or quilts in here, but I feel like that would be enough for my seedlings at least. So that's what I'm doing, Jonathan, for now. I think when it gets super cold, I might have to adjust it, but I think it'll be relatively easy for me to adjust to. But yeah. Hi, Rebecca. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Right? 8-ball. I've been a little bit every day really pays off. Now I have a ridiculous amount of seeds. See, Daddy, you say, I usually end up giving. You are so kind, see, Daddy. I may end up doing that too. But my biggest headache, see, Daddy, is like giving people my soil, because I already feel like I have very little to begin with. So if there was a way for me to like I would prefer to just, yeah, I think the container part is like the part that gives me the headache, because I still want those containers back. It's just hard to get them back from people unless I guess actively ask for it. See, Daddy, you're saying 4 years ago I started around 300 plants. That's amazing, see, Daddy. Straw cardboard, yeah, okay, straw cardboard. Oh, I've never heard of that. Yes, I have so many. Like, look. Yeah, so like, okay, so each one of these where you cut, remember I do soil blocking, right? So these one I just started yesterday, so there's not a whole lot to here. Remember, each one of these has 40 seeds in here started, right? So this one is Chinese broccoli. I just planted it yesterday. So yeah, no activity yet, but this one's already been pre-sowed. I also have stuff that's in the ground too. I'll show you guys that. Okay. I kind of lost track which ones. Okay, I think I need to soak this one. So every day, this is what I'm doing now. I'm like soaking everything from the bottom. I usually just give it a soak once a day. And it's usually fine in these containers. They don't usually dry this, especially when you soil block with this. It's like, okay, so this one's a little green at the top, but this one is one that I've been trying to nurse since like September. So this soil is a little bit old, but usually they look like this. Like this is my parsley here. So you'll see, and it's so nice too. I can see 1117 parsley, and technically there's also pansy in here too. The pansy, I don't know how to hatch that, but parsley, these are all parsley though. These are all definitely coming up. It took forever though, right? 1117, that was like that was a month ago. But yeah, it's great because if it gets really hot, I would just open this up, I guess, just to make sure it doesn't get too hot in there. But they also have natural ventilation holes. Oh, let's see. What are you guys saying? Yeah, April. Well, last year my dad gave me a bunch of seedlings, but by the time he gave it to me, it was like already April. That's the tricky thing about starting a garden. I don't think people realize that the people who really grow a lot of food are the people who started like 3 months before it even got warm outside. And that's when you can really get a lot of stuff from your garden because you're ahead of the game. As you see, Daddy kind of looks like two of the Ninja Turtles at their shell. That's funny. I use a hydroponic machine. Awesome, Jonathan. Very nice. Yeah, see, Daddy often talks about he'll start his stuff in hydroponics, but then transfer it to soil, and he says that generally does really well. Jackie, you're saying the shells do look like they hold you. Yeah, almost a little too warmly, right? Which is why it's okay if there's relatively little soil, because then I guess it won't be as hot, right? But yeah, in the fall when I was trying to start these seeds, I definitely had to put them in a shaded area. In winter right now, it's fine. But in the summer, it's like way too hot. So I have to grow them in a shaded area. You buy so many pots, I don't want. Oh, is that funny, see, Daddy? I'm just trying to reuse as much as what I can. Yes, parsley, yeah. Rebecca, you're saying dirt was a big problem for me before I acquired hogs. Oh, yeah, my dirt is precious. Oh, okay. I got my mulch dump today, you guys. Let's go look at it. We're gonna go look at. Okay, so in the U.S., I gotta come back and charge my phone soon, but we'll walk over there. Sorry, Jonathan. I got a little distracted, but we'll come back and finish before the end of the hour here. I got my chip drop. I've talked about chip drop before. I've already done my 4th chip drop, and I wanted to show you the chip drop. If you guys remember, oh, sorry, super sunny. So I'm walking around to the backside where my garage is, and that's where I had them do the chip drop. Ta-da! Free mulch. And earlier this morning, it was steaming. I don't think it is anymore. But it definitely smells like mulch. So chip drop there are arborists, companies who will come and tear down trees, right? So there'll be companies that tear down trees, right? And so if you're a gardener and you want that mulch, they often have to grind it to conserve space anyway. You can ask them through this chip drop app to tell them to give them all your mulch. So I just got a dump this morning. I put in my request yesterday and I got a dump this morning. So you it's either free or you can help pay $20 and get a faster delivery. But clearly people are in need of dumping their mulch trash. There's higher demand to dump than there is for gardeners to keep it. But yeah, right? So yeah, that's a bunch of free mulch. I actually don't think it's enough to cover my garden. At least not. It'll cover the front yard, but I also like to do the side yard and the backyard while I'm at it. So this is, but yeah, here, let's look at it again. So this is it's not as tall as me. It's probably like 4 feet at the very highest over there. But yeah, it's like a good mound. Here, we'll walk all the way around. This is a good mound. Yeah, so if you got Rebecca, do you know about this? Okay, so obviously the more populated an area is, the more chip drop is likely to do deliveries. Like I'm in a somewhat it's an urban suburban area, so it was a really tight fit for that truck to get this in here. Like he had to back into my neighbor's garage, and then because they have big trucks. Like his even had like one of those the thing that lifts a person up to fix the telephone wires. It even had that attached to it. They had a really fancy truck. Yes, Jonathan. So now you know.
Could you make a short with all the chip? Yes, I will be doing one, Jacqueline. Yeah, I will be doing one. Well, okay, so it kind of depends on, yeah, this size is pretty good. One time I did get a really big drop, like really big drop, and they had to actually dump it in my front yard. That one was, I don't know, like maybe another quarter size bigger than this one. So it was like, this one's pretty small actually. But the one that I had before, it was like this plus another like quarter here, and that was a lot of mulch, like a ridiculous amount. But yeah, this is free mulch. You're taking someone else's trash and using it. You can specify whether you want logs or not. I mean, I didn't want logs. I've learned not to ask for logs because here's what you get. This is from like 3 years ago when I got the chip drop. I wanted it sooner than later, so I said, yeah, I'm good to accept the logs. But guess what? They're still here 3 years later. I keep telling myself I can use them as stumps, but right now they're just kind of a bit of a headache, and I don't know how to chop it up. So definitely, I don't know, unless you have a creative use for it, I would not recommend getting the stumps. Oh, okay, Rebecca. Okay, you have a great demand for wood chips. Okay. Yeah. The only thing would be getting an arborist in your area to actually come out and deliver the wood chips. Usually it's usually urban areas where people want to like cut down trees. Yeah. Yeah, no logs for sure. I mean, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, especially for like an urban area. Like, I don't know what I would. Yeah. Okay, Rebecca, you're saying I once got. So I'm gonna go back over. Rebecca, you're saying I once got palmetto tree mulch, and now I have. Now you have thousands of palmetto tree volunteers across my farm and homes, and oh no, I didn't know they grew like that either. That's crazy. They grow from wood chips. That's intense. That's intense. I have not had a tree grow from my wood mulch yet. But yes, I think before you do that though, ideally you want to, I'm still killing off so here, I'll show you guys. I'll show you my Napa while I'm over here. You'll still see, I still have grass, like, so this is still grasses that's growing, even though I have mulch. And then I even put down cardboard, but cardboard will also break down over time too, right? Where's my cardboard? So like this is pieces of cardboard that's still trying to break down. Here are my Napa cabbages. The Napa cabbage. I harvested some of the outside leaves, which reminds me, they're still in my fridge. I forgot to eat them. I'm sure they're fine, but they weren't very tender though. So I don't know. Maybe I need to harvest it sooner. Not sure, but here's a few of them. And I know it looks so ugly with this net, but like, what am I supposed to do if I don't cover it? They're just getting eaten. They're just getting eaten. So yes, I've definitely mulched before, but the last time I mulched was 2 years ago. And yeah, I'm still trying to kill off some of the grass too. Oh, look here. Oh, my beets are growing in. Ooh, this is a lot bigger than the one I last saw. And the carrots and ground. There's another beet here, and another beet here. This one's kind of struggling. Uh-oh. Maybe I need to water it. Anyway. Okay. Good morning, Ken. Good to see you.
Huh?
Sorry? Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you. Are you going to plant something for the winter?
Oh, yeah. No, yes, definitely. We have cabbages.
Cabbage? Oh, cool.
Well, this is cabbage right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, sorry, our neighbor. These are cabbages. And then I got some bok choy. This is bok choy.
I love bok choy.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So bok choy.
I like to go to the Chinese market because you get the little bitty ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You go to the the Tom Thumbs and all that. They say baby bok choy, and they're this big and they're hard.
Yeah, they're not as tender. Yeah.
You have to cook them a lot longer.
Yes. But yeah.
You're certified.
Yeah. I'm a certified wildlife habitat. Yeah. Yes, but yeah. Thank you. Oh, these are what?
Anytime I gain some weight, which is pretty often, I'd go on a cabbage soup diet.
Oh, nice.
Cabbage soup. What's this?
Oh, these are snow peas.
Oh my goodness! All my favorite things.
Snow peas. Also, yeah. I mean, sugar snap peas also grow the same way, but I don't have any sugar. These are snow peas, and I'm hoping they'll climb up my old tomato trellis.
Yeah. I love snow peas.
But yeah, good to see you, Ken.
Yeah, good to see you. I come by here every day and check things out.
Oh, awesome. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're back here. Yes, yeah, Jonathan, those nuts are especially helpful for, yeah, keeping all of your winter plants. I also have a link to my Amazon, but you could also just go to Walmart or any fabric store and also find that there, right? Just saying, if you wanted it sooner. And so yeah, the mesh, you actually do need the mesh for any of your brassicas because the cabbage worms will eat them. Like there are cauliflowers, right? Or kale, cabbage, all of those definitely need netting if you want them not to have holes in them. But yeah, Jonathan, yeah, so that's what it's like being in my neighborhood. He's like an older gentleman. Maybe you could tell. Can you guys tell? Like sometimes just by like listening to people, you might be able to tell. Anyway. But yeah, so that's what it's like growing out in my front lawn. Lots of neighbor interactions. I like that one. Rebecca, have I tried sprinkling cayenne pepper to keep stuff off of my plants? No, I hear that often. I think for me, I would rather have I don't know how effective some of those remedies are, and I'd rather want to know for 100% that it's not going to be able to get to my plants. So I often choose physical means of protecting my plants than I would like remedies. I don't know, unless someone can tell me that it works 100%, but I'm not sure anyone can. Like I hear people say those things all the time, like use milk, like if it's powdery mildew, use milk mixed with water to protect your, I don't know. For me, if I can, I'd just rather physically protect it. Or in the case of bugs, I would rather physically remove the bug than like try to apply something that will supposedly keep the bugs off. That's just me though. I do not want to have to worry about that 10% of what if the remedy doesn't work. Yeah, Jackie, supposedly, I don't know how effective it is. I hear it all the time though. You guys let me know if it does, if you actually see a difference. But for right now, I want like that 100% insurance that I'm not going to have something eating my plants. You do have to reapply though, right? So with any of those type of applications, if it rains, you probably have to reapply it. So that's the other thing. And then some of the other people will say things like the exposure to UV will also decrease the effectiveness of certain applications, right? So that's something else that I hear about as well. There's some flowers that deter deer. Does it really work though, Jonathan? Because I hear that all the time, like, oh, put in lavender to discourage the pests from eating your plants, but my plants still get eaten. You plant marigolds next to it, but guess what? My plants still get eaten. I had like a bunch of marigold bushes in my front yard actually, like a bunch. But yeah, so you press it out really good. Jackie, you're saying if you make the thing spicy, squirrels are. I could see that, Jackie, but you gotta like constantly reapply that. Like, is that sustainable? Like if it rains or if you watered it? I don't know. For me, it's just like, I'd rather just put physical protection over it. But to each their own. Yeah, because anytime you have to spray something, like what the sun or the UV rays are gonna. I actually don't have a container right now that is not being used. Oh, so that's the other thing. Like as soon as these start to grow, I started this thing. I'm kind of like a seed factory now. As soon as it starts to grow and is big enough, I'll just like put it in the ground. Like carrots, they were like just starting to show their true leaves. I just went ahead and put it in the ground. I think it's okay with soil blocking. Like I just did that the other day. I looked at them this morning and they're still doing fine. That's the beauty of soil blocking. All the roots are contained, and so if you transplant them, they'll be okay. Okay, I have this one on hand. I'm gonna take this out. And but yeah, so I've pressed it well, right? I put it and pushed it in there, and then I'm just gonna put it in like this. I wanted to do lettuce seeds, so I don't typically recommend this size. What I found is that it gets it gets too hot in there, and then it's a smaller container relative to these, right? So it gets hotter more quickly. And then the moisture doesn't keep as well. So this is not my preferred size. I definitely think this is the ideal size in terms of air space. So yeah, I definitely recommend the strawberry container size. These tend to dry out more quickly. I'm just using it for demonstration purposes. But then I'm going to go soak this. So in that water, I'm gonna go bottom soak this. African marigold. Yeah, Jonathan, nice. Oh, African marigold in particular? Oh, maybe that was my problem. I planted French marigold. So yeah, and I'm just gonna do like a quick soak of this. So right now it kind of looks like this, or let me see. I wanted to show you guys the pre and post difference. Oh, I need to put this down because I can't, hold on. Okay, sorry, it's a little dizzying. Here's what it looks like now, right? It's moist, but not saturated. So I'll just put it in here. I think this one's done. And then I'll let it soak in some water from the bottom. These are kale. Oh, this is 1216 kale. Oh, hold on, let me see. Let's see. Oh, right, Jonathan, right? It like makes cute little brownies. Oh, and actually, I didn't even do, look at this. Like I should have like these at the bottom here should have looked more like squares. That's okay. Yeah, so do try to fill it to the best you can so it has the best soil. But look, I got my kale in here and the seeds are starting to emerge. This is the kale. 1216. So last week I planted these. Oh no, wait. I planted this 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. But yep, sprouting. I did pre-soak the kale seed, so I think that's what helps. But you'll see after I pre-soaked it from the bottom, this is what it looks like. It kind of glistens. Okay, so I'm going to cover this. Take this out. I don't want it soaking for too long. And then I'm going to switch it out. What's this one? This one's dill. Oh. Rebecca, you're saying you grew a ton of basil, marigolds, and some sacrificial plants like bronze basil. Nothing gets eaten but my garlic and onions. Really? Rebecca? Okay, I'll try that. What was this one? Oh, this is dill. I don't see any activity yet. I don't think I'm supposed to pre-soak dill, you guys. I pre-soaked my dill, and I think like cilantro, I don't think it needs to be pre-soaked. Oh well. Well, no. Usually I don't have any problem starting dill, but again, I pre-soaked for the first time. Hi, Gotham. Good to see you. Probably 70%. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, so we got so let's see. Oh, did it soak this? So this one's... Okay, so you see how that soaked up the water? Can you guys tell? Anyway, the water's dripping now. So this is what I would call saturated. I think if you have the strawberry clamshell, you probably want to give it a little longer, but my container here is smaller, right? So this one is good. Okay, so now I'm going to take it back over here. And then, what did I wanted to start lettuce seeds. Okay, all right. I need to put this down. Hang on a second. Probably 70. Rebecca, what are you saying is probably 75% of what you grow? Your garlic and onions? Is that what you were saying? No. Oh no, is this not charging? Let me try a different charger. Okay. Oh good, now it's charging. Jonathan, dill grows my hydroponic machine so it doesn't... Okay. I feel like the dill should have sprouted by now though. But okay, thank you for sharing that. That's helpful. Okay, so I got it's all really well saturated. Could my blacks have been a little bit neater? Yeah. What it just means is that typically over time when you start to soak it, it'll start to kind of melt like this, right? It'll be okay. What was I gonna do? Oh, my lettuce seeds. Where are my lettuce seeds? But Jonathan, I forgot, what zone are you in again? Remind me. Are you in the Midwest? I forgot. Where did I put my seeds? Oh, it's inside. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. I'm going to grab it inside. I'm going to pause the video for a minute. Haha, I couldn't find my stand and I forgot that I was using my seed starting container as the stand today. That's funny. Okay, here we go. I wanted to start more lettuce. Which one? I don't, lettuce. I don't even remember which one it was. I need to start labeling it. I gotta start putting the species name on it. Yeah. Otherwise, I won't know which lettuce I like or which one I don't. At this point, I'm not very picky yet. I'm not very picky yet. I'm sorry, it's like a weird angle. Okay, hi Anthony, welcome. Oh, okay, Georgia. Okay, awesome. Nice. Rebecca, you're saying that environment helps tomatoes and squash grow, but keep marigolds in pots. Nice. Oh, I mean, I let my marigolds grow on the ground. They got so big that they're like this. They were like all toppled onto the floor. I grow lots of different basil, but I only use cracker jack marigolds. Oh, okay, good to know. Hi, Anthony. We are attempting to. Rebecca, what were you saying, bro? For 75 cents. Oh, marigolds and okay, gotcha. Okay, so we were soil blocking, right? And I got these over here. And I do think tweezers help, especially with your really fine seeds like lettuce. I'm gonna need to remember. Oh, I don't have a. Okay, lettuce, right? We're gonna do lettuce. I forget how fine these seeds are. And because I have my cell, right? I can plant 20 in this. Usually I like to use a strawberry clamshell, but I didn't have one quickly on hand. Good to see you, got them on hand. I think this is about 20. And then I will use like a small soil blocker and plant one in each cell. Where's my soil blocker? Or tweezer. Here we go. All right, we'll do a zoomed up so you guys can see in case it, oh, how should I do this? Like this? Okay. Okay. So I got my little seed. Yay, seed! Baby lettuce seed. And then we'll just, the blocks are really saturated. Oh, sorry. Oh, I dropped it. Oh well. Okay, again. Here we go. And then I'll put one in each block. Let me see if I can flip it around so you guys can see better. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't want to pull that off. Yay! So you'll see that when the thing, it has like a little divot in it. Okay. Oh, this is a little hard to do without my stand. Okay, I will do my best. So I have like one seed here, one seed here. Ooh, is that focusing? And I already put one in that one, so I'll put one in this one. And it looks like I have a leaf over there, but it'll be okay. Okay, planted. And then another lettuce seed planted here. Yeah, this is how I do it. And then from here, I just put it out in the sun during the day, and then at night I protect it if it gets below 50s, which is less ideal for your cool season crops like lettuce. And then, yeah. I do have a lettuce one. Oh, I'll show you guys in a second. That I started earlier so you guys can see what that looks like. Oops, I put 2 in there. And then I'll just separate this one. Feels so scientific. I love it. Oops, sorry guys. All right, here's I got some extra water on this. Here's lettuce that I started on 11 or 12, 17. Unfortunately, I didn't name it. I mean, I didn't call out the variety. But I got something started in this one. Ooh. But yes, here we go. The babies are starting to come up.
Oh gosh, sorry guys, I didn't realize I was talking on mute. Ah. Okay. What I was saying was, Rebecca, I still have yet to check out the seed library to figure out which one I can have you send it to, because the last one I visited was way too small. But I still need to go visit like actual Dallas to see. I can list mine in a chat over the weekend and reference you. That's cool. Hi Carlos, welcome. All right, so we, but yeah, Jonathan, let me know if you have any questions. Just, oh no, what happened to my seed? Yeah, but yeah. How cool. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in growing your, or checking out or getting seeds or starting seeds, don't forget to see if you have a local free seed library near you. Typically, you do want to bring a packet of seeds. It's technically an exchange, so like get a seed at the store, maybe something like this, and then go see what you can trade it for. I think the nice thing is typically when you're a beginner gardener especially, you don't really want, like, this is a lot of lettuce, right? And if you're really good at sprouting seeds, this would be like a ridiculous amount of lettuce. But if you wanted to have more variety, you could go trade this in and they'll just have seed packets there. I picked up like a few green tomatoes, zebra tomatoes, a few like really fancy heirloom ones. And I just took like 5 from the seed packet. I'll be starting those when I start tomatoes in January, probably. Yay, okay, good, Jonathan. Rebecca, you're saying, I mean a real life. Oh. Oh, I see, Rebecca. I will slowly understand what you're saying. Right now what you're saying sounds kind of foreign to me, but okay, I'm excited. Hello, Backbencher. Happy Friday. All right, I'm gonna wrap in another 3 minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yay. So yeah, we were starting seeds in case anyone was wondering. I'm in North Texas Zone 8A used to attempt a winter garden in my freezing zone. Now I'm pretty much preparing for the spring garden. If you didn't know, and if you really wanted to really grow your own food, you got to stay on top of the seasons. So 3 months in advance is usually when you be starting like your cool season crops like cauliflower. Because depending on your last frost date, you probably needed to start them yesterday, potentially. Like Jacqueline, I think you already have broccoli, but I just mean in general that brassicas need like a long time before they can start giving you actual food when temperatures are warm. I do winter sow outside, so my plan is to currently just keep everything outside, but give it blankets, hats, scarves, right? We can do that with cardboard, with newspaper. And I think and blankets. And I think that should be able to keep at least my little babies warm. Cauliflower, when it's more mature, it can withstand down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're not gonna worry so much about cauliflower or broccoli for that matter, or kale, because all of those are gonna be hardy down to 20. You have some more frost sensitive ones that are already good, also good season, cool season crops, like snow peas and Swiss chard. These are baby Swiss chards that are only going to be frost tolerant down to 28 degrees or so. I say 30 just to round up, but 28 degrees. Okay, cool. Yes, Jonathan. Yeah. Yes, Jonathan. And I said since COVID, so it's been 5 years now. Thank you for reminding me, because I answered that, but I forgot I was on mute when I answered it. Rebecca, I give away season plants at actual libraries. Oh, that is so cool, Rebecca. I love that. I really hope there are people that know what to do with those seeds coming to collect your seeds. Because I went to that free library and it had seeds from like 2023. I don't know how often that library gets visited, but clearly there are very passionate people who are willing to share their seeds. I just don't know if people are savvy enough to take it. So yes, spread the word. Rebecca, thank you for sharing with me. Free seed libraries, go check them out. Because I went there and there are like unopened seed packets from 2023. I was like, how long has this been sitting here? Or maybe the person came by and gave their old seeds. That could have also been impossible. But none of the seed packets there were a lot of unopened seed packets is all I'm saying.
Jackie, I wasn't going to talk to you. Oh no, but Jackie, you're, what is, so like the cauliflower, but it's starting from seed, Jackie. So when I say like the cabbage head says, I don't think I have any broccolis on me, but I think roughly they take around the same time. So 100 days is what the cabbage packet says from seed to harvest. That is like 3 months, right? If we say 30 days in a month, that's 3 months. So yeah, it could be, Rebecca, that you might be, I don't, because yeah, it depends on when you started your seed, which I know you didn't because you got that at the garden store. Well, whatever, Jacqueline. Your broccoli is growing really well, and you're going to get a beautiful harvest. And yeah, let us know when it happens. Rebecca, yes, you keep your seeds in your luggage. I remember you saying this, and I was so, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love that. Yes, Jonathan, he does grow peppers. Although, see, Daddy, are you more of a sweet pepper person, though? Rebecca, you're saying, I grew watermelon from 10-year-old. Oh, how cool, Rebecca. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Gary was telling, so what I observed is with onion seeds, I don't know, maybe I need to pre-soak onion seeds, which I didn't. But my onion seeds a lot of them did not sprout. I was asking Gary, who also has a name, Gary, also known as Grow Your Own Food, and he said that he believes that onions just have a much shorter seed viability timeline than most other vegetables. I'm like, okay. Yay, Jackie, I'm so glad you learned so much. Yay, I'm learning so much too from you guys. Thank you so much. It's always really good discussion. Oh, and then I got to show you guys my, fresh delivery of Chip Drop. I'll do a video on that. Jackie, let me know if there's, maybe you can message me and let me know if there's specific questions you have about Chip Drop, just so I make sure I cover it and that it's helpful. So I think, yeah, let me know. You can like message me on Instagram. Okay, everybody take care. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday of next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, it's gonna be close to Christmas, you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Rebecca, you're saying we should do a video chat one. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, see, Daddy, would you be willing to do that? You want to be my co-star? What is that? Like, what do you think about that, see, Daddy? Gary is also another content creator, so we could also get him on as well. No, that's funny. But yeah, see, Daddy, would you want to? Would you want to do, or can I have you as a collaborator? See ya, Jonathan. Yeah, let's have a video chat. See, Daddy, I'll chat with you on Instagram to see if we can do that, or if you'd be willing to. Okay, I know Gary would definitely be excited to do it, though, so I'll have to schedule time with Gary. Okay, yeah, we will. We will, Rebecca. That'd be so fun. Okay, everybody take care and talk soon. Bye.